seen played out on television sets, on our streets, in our conversations with friends and families. What happens when groups of people are pitched against one another, as is the design of the Fianna Fáil-led government. A Fianna Fáil party whose response to the economic crisis has been to sow division among the country's citizens, pitching private sector workers against public sector worker, lower paid against unemployed person, teacher against parent, patient against hospital care professional, farmer against business owner. We have seen what happens, how it lands the country in a state of status, of crisis and distrust, and what we see is not good. This is why we, the Labour Party, have come together this weekend to consider the alternative, which is One Ireland, where we focus on what unites us rather than that which divides us, and how what unites us. So before we develop the concept of One Ireland and what role we can each play in bringing it about, it is worth taking a moment to remind ourselves of its genesis. So we will show the video now.
They used to talk about Ireland having a 2.5-party system. I don't want the Labour Party to be a half party. I want the Labour Party to be a full party, and I want the contest for political leadership in Ireland to be a three-way contest, and Labour being one of those three parties competing for the leadership of our country. We always had the view at home that everybody should have the same opportunity. That's the basic view that has shaped my thinking all my life, and that we leave to the next generation a better Ireland, a better Europe, a better world than the way we found it. My late mother had a very strong belief in education, that it enabled you to progress, and it is something that I believe in very strongly. I think that education is the great liberator. I think people are beginning now to become very worried about, where they're going to work again and how long the downturn is going to take place for. But I mean, the idea that we would have a large pool of people who are just unemployed, nowhere to go, nothing to do, I mean, that's just staring disaster in the face. In many respects, the Labour Party is a voice for people in the worries and concerns that they have about the present times. I grew up in rural Ireland. I represent an urban constituency. I represent people who come from all walks of life, who run businesses, who work in businesses, people who work in hospitals and people who are patients in hospitals. This is one Ireland. Unfortunately, in recent times, it has become a very unequal and a very unfair Ireland in many respects. And our job as a Labour Party is to make it one Ireland again.
To begin conference proper, I call on the chairperson of